أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا. What does it mean when a verb in Arabic is geminate? Question mark. How is the active participle for a geminate form one verb formed? Not a question mark. What are the changes that the base form one of a verb undergo to generate its active participle? Question mark. Toward the end of this lesson, you will be able to answer these questions yourselves. A letter in Arabic, words may be doubled up on itself, as is the case with many languages. However, in Arabic script, the adjoining identical speech sounds are written as a single consonant, crowned with a sign. And this sign is called shadda, which is a diacritic that indicates the gemination of a consonant. Thus, emphasis, causing an alteration in pronunciation since you stress it, in the manner that sha becomes sha when accentuated. The gentle sound of she strengthens once shadda strikes it. Therefore, she is the produced noise. And the same impact manifests with shu plus shadda to have shu. In colloquial Arabic, we emphasize the negative response no, which is normally a smooth la, by adding a shadda. You show how determined and dangerously serious about the non-acceptance. So it is la. Within this context, the shadda stops any further requests. Good to know, right? So la, not la. So la is flexible. That is to say, when a root radical is paired with itself within a verb, the latter is categorized as geminate verb or doubled verb, فعل مضاعف, reflecting a geminate root where the second and third radicals are identical. Doubled verbs form one and in a stressful fashion, as far as we've all understood. The verb shadda sounds like the noun shadda with the and pronounced feminine marker tied ta, which you're already familiar with as an official representation of gemination in Arabic. What a knowledge! Be proud of yourselves. These two homophones suggest a very much alike idea: stress, force, weight. The verb shadda means to confine a person with a chain, meaning that you are putting the person under physical or mental pressure. shadda al-asira. shadda al-asira. He confined the captive with a chain. Asir, al-asir, the captive. Or to tighten something firmly. The idiom tighten your belt. شدي الحزام. شدي is the verb shadda in the imperative mood. Second person, singular, masculine. شدي. And feminine, singular feminine is شدي with the ya. شدي. شدي الحزام. حزام, belt, means belt. So, meaning to spend less money that you used to, because you're going through some financial distress. There is a traditional game called tug of war, shadda الحبل, which dates back to the ancient Greek sports and rivalries that pits two teams against each other in a test of strength. They pull on opposite ends of a rope trying to force the other team over the line, which initially marked the middle between them. So the noun shaddu means pulling, dragging, drawing, and الحبل is a rope. شدوا الحبل. Now, let's get back to our main subject, which is the derivation of form 1 geminate verb, active participle. The process of this derivation is a piece of cake. You just have to add an alif following the first radical of the root. Here is the clarification. عم الضجيج في المكتب. عم is a geminate verb, meaning to be predominated. So الضجيج is the subject. So noise, ضجيج, noise. Predominated, عم, in the office, في المكتب. So noise predominated in the office. Now let's derive the active participle. What do? We just insert an alif after the first radical, which is عين. So the root here is عين, mim, mim. Second and third radicals are identical. So after عين we put the alif, we have عام, and the mim with shadda, عام. So let's replace the verb with its active participle within this sentence. So instead of saying عم الضجيج في المكتب, we get the subject الضجيج عام في المكتب. So noise is predominant in the office. So you can use either the verb or its active participle. But when you use the active participle, you have to start with the subject and then you will describe it with its active participle. So the noise holds sway. It has great power over the place, inducing a stressful environment. Let's blame the shadda for the chaos. Wherever there is shadda, there is stress. Please be careful not to confuse عام, which means predominant, public, with عام, with the uncrowned bold meme, with no shadda. عام, a year, a period of 12 months. Or عام, the verb عام, to swim, عام. So, you know the drill to differentiate between them is to check the context in case the text has no diacritics. Ouch, that's tough. But you will have to deal with it once you are very, very advanced students, but not now. And the feminine form of am is عامة. عامة. You add the feminine marker ta, and you don't even pronounce it. You end the word with the sound of fatha, the short vowel fatha, when you add the tied ta, عامة. So, هذه مكتبة عامة. 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 So هذه is a demonstrative pronoun used with the feminine noun. مكتبة is a feminine noun. So هذه مكتبة عامة. This is a public library. عامة public. Public library. So عامة is the modifying adjective, is an active participle of course, the modifying adjective of مكتبة, library. مكتبة عامة, public library, with the affixed tied ta. Another example. عم استخدام وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي. Again. عم استخدام وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي. So we have the verb عم, the geminate verb عم, to be common, to be widespread. استخدام. استخدام is the verbal noun of استخدم. استخدام, use. وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي. These three words equal social media. So if you translated word for word, you would have means, وسائل, means of social networking. تواصل الاجتماعي. تواصل networking. اجتماعي social. But normally this means social media. So we start, where is the subject? The subject is the use, استخدام. So the use of what? Of social media. استخدام وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي. After the verbal noun, we need a genitive noun. For this, genitive construction إضافة. Alright? So استخدام وسائل with the sign of كسرة. So the second part of this genitive construction. التواصل is the last term or part of this construction because it has the definite article al. So when you already know when the إضافة construction is definite, the last word would carry that article of definiteness. الاجتماعي is modifying adjective, the modifying adjective of التواصل. So here let's use again عام, the active participle of عم. So we will start with the subject, the whole subject. استخدام وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي, and we need the predicates, which is the active participle of عم. عام. عام, not عام. عام. You stress the meme. عام. فر السجين من السجن ثم تم اعتقاله مرة أخرى. So here we have two sentences connected with ثم, then, therefore. So let's break down this long sentence. فر السجين من السجن. فر, to escape. And فار is the fugitive. فار. فر. It's hard to accentuate the ra. Ra. Far. Far. So you practice it. Sounds funny. So فر السجين. السجين, prisoner. The prisoner escaped من السجن, from prison. The prisoner escaped from prison. فالسجين فار. Then the prisoner is a fugitive. فار. السجين فار. Subject, predicates. ثم, then, تم اعتقاله مرة أخرى, or تم اعتقال السجين مرة أخرى. But since here the second sentence is connected to the first one, we will use a returner. The object pronoun who, referring to السجين to avoid repetition. Who, referring to a singular masculine noun. السجين. ثم تم. So تم اعتقاله. We have تم, the geminate verb تم. اعتقال is a verbal noun. The verbal noun of the verb اعتقل. اعتقل, to arrest. اعتقاله مرة أخرى. So he got arrested one more time. مرة, time, أخرى, one more time, again. So here we have parallelism. When you have parallelism, you have to replace the subject in the second and third sentence. And it is noteworthy that تم, the geminate verb, the doubled verb تم, is often used with a verbal noun as its subject to express the English passive. He got arrested. So here, فالسجين فار, so the prisoner is a fugitive, and والاعتقال, الاعتقال تام. So تم اعتقال السجين. So here we get the subject الاعتقال, and the active participle of تم is تام. Just the alif. تام. الاعتقال تام. The arrest is complete. سم, to poison, or to put poison. Therefore, سام is its active participle. Poisonous, toxic. شب, to become a young man. To grow up. شاب is its active participle. شاب means a young man, an adolescent. ضل, to go astray, to get lost. ضال is the active participle, meaning lost. ضر, that's ra. The letter ra is very hard to pronounce, isn't for me. Ra. ضر, to harm. ضار is its active participle, harmful. hamma. Hamma, to be important, to be of interest. And what is the active participle? Ham. Better pay attention. Ham, because it's ham. Very important, significance. Serious. That was easy, I think. That's all, folks. إلى اللقاء.